What's up, bro? How you doing, man? What's your name?
Alex.
Alex, I appreciate you coming in, man. What are you getting done today?
Tight mid drop fade, trim a little bit off the top.
Okay, so just a little bit off the top. Do you usually wear the front down, or do you bring it up?
I usually do like a thick faux hawk.
Oh, like a faux hawk?
Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit off the top into a faux hawk. You like it to be like wide, right? Into
Very,
a faux
very
hawk?
wide. Very
okay,
wide.
so mid ball fade. What about the C cup? Do you keep that or fade it out?
Let's keep it.
Keep the C cup? Okay, cool. Let's do it, bro.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for stopping in, by the way.
Yes, sir.
YouTube, what's going on, guys? We are back with another video, and you can see that what we started with, his hair was disconnected, so I'm starting to connect it now to the sides with this number 4 guard, and I'm just lifting off the shape of his head, as you can see, and we're just trying to connect the top to the sides a bit before we start the fade. And so now we're going to start the fade process, and I'm going to start with my clipper all the way closed. I'm using the Babyliss custom FX that I just got with the power clip to match. And some of you guys dissed my clipper, said it looked like a booger, but you just hating, bro. I like it. Anyway, so we went on with the the blade all the way open, and now we're starting to take that bottom line out. So we went clipper close and opened it little by little. You could also start off clipper open and close it little by little as you go down. Our next step is that number 1 guard all the way open, and now we're going to start to blend that out with the half guard, as you can see. You can follow along with the color guide at the bottom left corner of your screen to see that lime green or that green is a half guard. And so it's closed at this point, and you can see that second guideline we created with the blade open is now gone. All right, at this point we're using our number 2 guard all the way open. And I'm trying not to create another line, but if I do, I could just use my number 3 to take it out. Alright, so now we're going to blend out that section with that 1.5 guard, and we'll close it as needed. You might need to drop to that 1 guard all the way open and detail it to really get it blended, but some hair is just like, it's easy to blend, and that 1.5 guard will do the job. Alright, so now we're going to line it up. I'm just making sure that C cup is crispy, because in the consultation he did say he wanted to keep his C cup. And now we can go ahead and bald it out with my trimmers. I'm trying not to create another line, but if you do create a line, you can just take it out by jumping back to your clipper all the way closed. Alright, and of course we're going to follow up a bald fade with the shaver and get it as bald and as light at the bottom as possible. It's just going to promote gradients and longevity in the fade. Now my model here, he is a barber, and he came, I think he drove, I can't remember how far he drove, but he came from a little bit of a distance, man. So shout out to him for coming out and being a model. Guys, if you want to be a model for my YouTube cuts, there's a link in the description to book me, and you can go on there and see what my schedule's looking like. If you're interested in being a model, I'm in Tampa, Florida. Thank you. So we're gonna do the same steps here on this side. Clipper close, blade all the way open, and start to take out that line. So I'm fading up, clipper close, and little by little opening the clipper until it's blended. Now his hair is pretty thick. You can see just by how dark the hair, or how much hair stubble you still see with that clipper all the way closed. So when I'm cutting this type of hair texture, usually I gotta go up a little bit higher with the clipper all the way closed, just to get it to blend out, because if not, it's gonna still look dark around that bottom, that initial guideline, and it's gonna take you forever to blend this section out. So kind of exaggerate your strokes up, that way you can get this blended and gradient. All right, so next step is my number 1 guard all the way open. And you can see I'm dropping it in the back. I'm really leaving it on the occipital bone because he does want it to drop in the back. All right, so half guard all the way open, and we'll start to close this as well. I think dropping it in the back is definitely a good look for his head shape, because his occipital bone is pretty prominent, and leaving length above the occipital bone here, it just makes his occipital bone look less prominent and his head shape look more squared in the back. And you can see in the back here, I drop down to my blade open just because the back is usually more dense than the sides, and the half guard is still going to leave some bulk or some darkness there in the back. So I went with my blade open and lightened the back up to get it to match the sides. All right, so now I'm using my 2 guard all the way open, and just like the other side, we're going to use that 1.5 guard to blend this section out. And here we are with that 1.5 guard. All right, and we drop down to that 1 guard all the way open and closing it, especially in this area where it seems to be darker, because he definitely has like an indent in this area. We're gonna lighten that up a little bit just to get it to flow a little bit better to the back. And now remember, his faux hawk, he wanted to keep it wide, so we're not going above his occipital bone. And I like this look because it serves different purposes as far as like different hairstyles that he can do. So he doesn't always have to rock the faux hawk, for example, when he leaves that bulk above the parietal ridge. All right, so the C cup is in place, and we're gonna bald out the rest of this, and that'll put us in a good place to be able to detail the cut, but also begin the shear work or the scissor work, depending where you're from. I got the shaver with the power clip on it. Right now, that's the first power clip we've released for shavers, and working on releasing some more for some of y'all some of the other favorite shavers out there. All right, so now we cleaned up the sides, we can go ahead and start the scissor work. And he wants a faux hawk, so although we're gonna keep weight above the parietal ridge, I am going to cut it in the shape a little bit of a textured faux hawk. So we're gonna start off with the profile guide here in the middle. You can see it was pretty uneven. There was a lot more length right here at the very top of his head than his hairline or in the crown area. So we're gonna create the shape that we want for the faux hawk, and now we're gonna go ahead and start to cut almost triangular. You can see that my fingers are kind of creating a triangular shape where it's kind of pointing towards the floor a bit. I don't know if you can notice that. And the purpose of that is so that there's not a bunch of weight trying to reach that middle point. It's gonna look a lot more layered, a lot less weight going up to that peak in the middle into a faux hawk. And it's gonna make it easier for the hair to stay into a faux hawk, because short hair pushes long hair up, right? So once we've done that, I'll go ahead and blow dry the hair. And now we'll be in a good place to detail the cut and get it to its final look. So he likes his hairline lined up, and you can see it's already disconnected. So I'm just gonna trim it down just a little bit and prepare it for a lineup. Now this is totally a preference thing. You got people in the comments, their favorite thing to do is be like, you never line up the front. And then you got people that are like, yo, how do you not line up the front? Like, that's necessary. It's a preference thing. And I think for him, it's a good look. For him, it's either you don't line it up and the front has a long time to grow out, or you line it up because you like that crispy edge, and then you gotta cut it short in order to do that. So in this case, I don't think there's any wrong with lining it up. I think it's gonna look good regardless, and he likes that sharp symmetrical look. Then we're gonna do it. We're gonna put him in the game. Now his hairline was a little tricky. You can see it grows so many different direction, and I think that's part of why he wants it lined up. And when you get a fade, you come to the barbershop often anyways. So now we're gonna enhance the cut. It's not necessary, but we're gonna get this cut to the next level. So we're gonna enhance it with that no drip. You can get it at tomb45.com. All right, so now that it has been enhanced, we can detail the cut. I'm putting clay in his hair, really help enhance the texture. I caught that, by the way. I actually caught it. It didn't hit nothing, so your boy got reflexes, man. Was a point guard. All right, guys. So we're using the pompadour comb to style his hair up. Do some last second touch-ups here. It's looking pretty blurry from that angle. Sheesh. Looking kind of blurry from this angle. Guys, so this is the before. You can see that disconnection there, and this is the after. If you're new to the channel, do subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, man. We're dropping content almost every single day. We've been on fire, and we're gonna try to keep this momentum going. So if you could smash that like button and let me know what you think about the cut in the comments below, that'll help the channel out so much, guys. As always, love y'all, appreciate y'all, and the continued support. I'll see y'all in the next video.